Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 134 down back, and so this one we're going to talk about from Portland, Oregon. Not like I really care about Portland, Oregon, but this is kind of a cool article, and it kind of shows how left leaning some groups are. So far right marchers clash with anti-fascists in Portland, Oregon. So who's the far right group? The Patriotic Prayer Group. Maybe they are far right. Far right. I don't know. That's why I went and looked them up. Basically, they are an advocate for freedom of speech and opposing big government. They are Trump supporters, so to the mainstream media, yes, they are far right. They have denied connection to the alt right. Actually, Japanese Americans started it. Wow, that's interesting. So okay, and then you have the anti-fascist. I call them anti-fascist because I don't know what they truly are, because they don't really seem to make sense. Because so we're gonna talk about this. So 150 of the Patriotic Prayer Group fought with anti-fascist protesters. So here's my thing. I don't like both groups for this fight that broke out, for this riot that broke out, because both groups are at fault. I don't care who started it. You're both at fault. You're both there. You're both at fault. I don't care. Okay? Wrong place, wrong time. That's what it is. I don't care. You know what? That far right group, the far left or the far right, because they both should be considered far, I don't know, I guess. Both left and right group are both to blame. I don't care. You're both there. Guilty by association, which is just basically by being there, or guilty. I think it's guilty by association, but like just guilty by being there. You are guilty of it. I don't care. Like for example, if at the March for Life there's a fight that broke out between March for Life people and anti-life people. I call them whatever. Abortion people. I would say both sides are to blame for the fight to occur. Yes, I would be guilty by association in the fight, even if I wasn't exactly involved. Just because I do believe both sides, whoever are in the fights, are always to blame, even if you don't start it. So get that out of the way. The riots in Portland, this is ridiculous. So, the Patriotic Group is far right, so is anti-fascist. They're both far right. But the weird thing is that they're both left and right. The thing I find really difficult about this is that they are both they're both for similar things. They're both for non-big government. I would hope so. I'd hope anti-fascists are against big government, because what big government causes fascism. I think we've seen that between Germany and Italy. You can both ask both those countries. They both know what it's like to deal with fascists, and those are both big governments. So they're both against big government. I don't know why the fight would break out then. That's what I find annoying. So both these sides are pretty much opposite spectrums, but are fighting for the same thing, I guess. I don't know. This is why I get difficult. This is why it's difficult for me to be like, man, that far right group just terrible. Or it's difficult for me to say, well, the far left group is just bullcrap. I mean, well, it kind of is, it kind of isn't. This is where it gets difficult for me, because I'm like, dude, both of them are in the wrong. I don't care. You should, well, number one, you shouldn't be protesting anyways, okay? Who gives a rat's butt about protesting, okay? I will not lie to you. I don't think protesting does much in the wake of immediate action, okay? I don't think you can win people over by protesting about it and making these big speeches at protest, because a lot of these protesters are pandering to the audience that are there. That's not what you're doing. You should never pander to the audience that is there. You need to pander to audience people that are like, I didn't go. Well, you need to pander to those people, because those people are the people that you need to get voting for you, because if it didn't, you would already have the votes you need to do whatever. This is where I find it ridiculous. I don't like protesting in general. And this kind of just helps me prove it even more, because both these groups are technically fighting for the same thing, I guess. I don't know, because both of them are anti-fascist, kind of. But they're fighting each other. So I don't know what's going on. This is very confusing to me. And if you can clear it up in the comment section below, thank you. But just to end this video, guys, just to end it with my key points. Both are in the wrong for the fight. I don't care who started. Both are in the wrong. Number two, both of them are fighting for, I bet, similar things because both of them are anti-fascist, but they have different ways of doing it, and one likes Trump, one doesn't. And number three, I don't think protest gets much in the way done. I have been on the March for Life. It was great. It was a great experience. It was a great time. But I don't think it does much into changing hearts, into changing people that are not there, because most protest people just pander to each other there, especially speakers who pander to that audience that is there at the time and to people who are already on their side. You need to pander to people more that are not on your side. You need to get those people. You need to get those people somehow. Whatever it takes to do those, talking about factual information or non-factual information. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos.